Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SavvyCast. This is Jamie, and I'm so glad that you're here today, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast. I'm going to share some recipes today, and I'm going to put all the links in the show notes. So if you're driving, if you're on a walk, and you hear all of this, just know all you have to do is go to the show notes, click whatever recipe you want, and it'll take you directly to it. School will start before you know it, and it seems to be, for most people, and it was for me as well, a little bit harder to plan meals and menus because everything cranks up a notch as far as busyness. When kids start school, they come home, they have homework, many of them have sports, many of us attend church midweek, weekend. It just seems like everything amps up, and sometimes meals can fall by the wayside, or maybe they can get routine. But I'm going to share some easy, delicious, family friendly recipes that are also budget friendly that you can plan for the upcoming school year or any time of year, actually. But the great thing about these recipes is that you can make or prep ahead and you can have all the work done. And then when there's a particularly busy week, you can walk to your freezer, pull out either browned ground beef that you're going to use to add some ingredients to and make a spaghetti sauce, or you can pull out in a completely assembled casserole that all you have to do is thaw and reheat. So all of these things are super easy to do ahead. So this particular episode, and I'm going to do some follow-up episodes, but these recipes all are ground beef based. So if you are like I am and you love ground beef, ground chuck, ground sirloin, you will love this episode. And I have found that this particular category, ground beef, kids tend to love all of these dishes. So I'm just going to dive right in. And the first one is probably one of my family's all-time favorites, and that's spaghetti sauce. And my spaghetti sauce is very easy to make. I have made it for years. I tweaked for several years, landed on this particular version, and it is so good, so easy. It's make ahead, it's freezer friendly, and everyone loves it. You can add Italian sausage to this if you want to, but typically I just use the ground beef. If I have Italian sausage, I'll throw some in. It's going to give it a little more Italian flavor, but it's easy. And what I do is I make this spaghetti sauce, I cool it, I freeze it, I label the date that I froze it, and I sometimes have more than one. I do the 2 pound. It's a 2 pound recipe. I will at least have one. Sometimes I'll have two in the freezer, and it is glorious to be able to pull out a 2 pound bag of frozen spaghetti sauce a day or two ahead and serve it to your family. All you have to do is add pasta, a salad, bread, and you're done. So that is one suggestion. That leads me to a very similar recipe because it's Italian themed, and that is my baked ziti. My baked ziti is probably one of the most popular recipes on Family Savvy because it makes a double portion. It makes two casserole sizes. So if you are feeding a group of, say, 12 to 24 people, this recipe has you covered. Now, that's assuming you're going to add some bread, maybe a salad, but this is a very hearty recipe. You have pasta, you have a lot of cheese. So if you're looking for something to feed a crowd or to feed your family and to have leftovers, this is one. And the spaghetti sauce makes fabulous leftovers as well. So the spaghetti sauce and the baked ziti, those are easy and fabulous. Okay, so here's another, and this recipe has gone viral a few times on Family Savvy, and it is spicy hamburger vegetable soup. I consider this the most comforting soup I've ever had. It has this spicy hamburger meat, and I'm old enough that I call it hamburger meat, and if you're my If you were born in my era, that's what you probably call it too, hamburger meat. So it's got hamburger meat, loads of veggies, and you can use frozen, and it's so yummy. And I like things a little spicy, so it's got some really unique seasonings that kick it up a notch. But if your family is more on the simple palate, you can always eliminate some of those and not make it as spicy. And when I make this, I like to serve my pimento and cheese cornbread with it. You can serve saltine crackers, but this is loved by kids and adults. It's so easy and it's so delicious. Okay. Now, I will say I typically do not freeze my spicy hamburger vegetable soup because I do not like to freeze and thaw potatoes. You can, and I've done it before, but when I make this, it does not last more than 2 days. We enjoy it for a day, and I'm sorry, it doesn't last more than 3 days. We enjoy it for a day, eat it the next day for lunch or dinner, and the next day we finish it off. So this is one that I don't typically freeze. Okay, so we have that. Now, this is an oldie but a goodie. And when I was growing up, we did the manwich a lot of times, and I loved it. Sloppy Joes. Kids love sloppy Joes. And what's not to love? It's zesty hamburger meat with a yummy sauce on a bun with pickles. Add chips, add fries, add whatever you want, add veggies. Sloppy Joes are just comforting. So my recipe has a zesty meat sauce, but then again, you always can adjust down if your family has a milder palate. Sloppy Joes also are excellent leftover the next day. And if you don't want to put sloppy Joes on just a plain hamburger bun, you can put them on an onion. We love onion rolls or onion buns. They're like a hamburger bun with onions. They're great on brioche buns. You can even put them on a low carb bun, or you can even put them on a baked potato. Sloppy Joe sauce is just another version of just a great meat sauce. Then I have a recipe for ground beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff is typically made with like beef tips or sirloin tips. I like the ground beef version. I like my meat in small pieces. And this is just something that I sort of created when one of my daughter, either my twins or my youngest, for President's Day, actually it was International Day, we had Russia, and this was a Russian recipe. It's just a twist on a classic Russian recipe. So, ground beef stroganoff. And as with any beef stroganoff, you typically serve that over egg noodles. Kids love, well, adults. I love egg noodles. I could eat a bowl of egg noodles with just a whole stick of butter melted over them. But this is just a sort of atypical. You don't always think of beef stroganoff, but it is a good thing to have for a family dinner. Okay, now this I baked spaghetti. Baked spaghetti is super easy, super easy. But one thing that sort of sets it apart from spaghetti is it's got a lot more cheese. It's baked and it just seems more comforting because it's a casserole. So it's always a hit. And you can actually make spaghetti sauce. You can make my spaghetti sauce, or you can just make a simple spaghetti sauce and you can just do layers. It's very easy. It's just a great idea, or it's just a great thing to pull from your arsenal. If maybe you've had a lot of spaghetti and you just want to mix it up and your family loves cheese, it's just a great option. Okay, another, and this is probably one of my personal favorites, but my whole family likes it as well. But another recipe that you can use ground turkey or ground beef. I prefer the turkey, but either one is great. Chili, turkey chili with beans, and you can use ground beef chili with beans. It is so good. It's got a secret ingredient that you don't want to leave out. It is maple syrup. And being able to taste a hint of that maple syrup, I promise you, it perfectly offsets the salty baked potato that you might be serving that over, or tortilla chips. It's just so good. So you can use ground beef or ground turkey. That is always a favorite. And I always serve it with my baked potatoes with crispy, salty skins because we eat the skins at our house. Okay, now I'm going to tell you another one, and it's so yummy. And I think that even if you think your kids will not eat meatloaf, I think if you serve this to them, they will. This is supposedly Mitt Romney's wife. I want to say her name was Anne. I think that's right. I got this recipe from the Parade magazine, and it said this is Ann Romney's recipe. This is Mitt's favorite meal. He has this for his birthday, and I have been making these meatloaves forever, and they are outstanding. So easy. I make them, and I'll link to my recipe or the way I do it. I put mine in mini loaves, like little mini loaf pans. So everybody has their own little meatloaf. You can just tell them, hey, this is a hamburger patty covered in ketchup or covered in barbecue sauce. I wouldn't use the term meatloaf because for some reason, some people have an aversion to it, but I promise you, this is always a hit. It's got a yummy, tangy sauce. And with that meatloaf, I love to serve, interestingly, either my twice baked cauliflower or my cauliflower mash. That's a great pairing. Or sometimes we do sweet potatoes with some maple syrup and butter. That just seems to pair well with that. And then sometimes we'll just do broccoli, just a simple side, but it's always a hit. Okay, I believe that those are oh, there is one more that I want to share, my friends, that is so interesting. Let me find it here. Okay, there's a funny story about this last one, but this is beef and butternut squash chili. I am just a real basic person. I'm not fancy. And I know butternut squash is not fancy, but I typically tend toward normal recipes. Guys, this beef and butternut squash chili recipe is next level. And there's a funny story. My dear friend who's done my hair forever, Kim, I was sitting in her chair one day and she was telling me, I said, well, I always say, okay, what's great? Where y'all eating out? What's a great recipe? So she started telling me about this fabulous chili that she and her husband Scott just loved, and she was telling about it. And I said, "What's in it? It sounds so great." Now, y'all, I'm sometimes not the sharpest tack. But anyway, I'm sitting there, and she said, "It's got butternut squash. It's got cinnamon. It's got these spices, and it's got." And I was like, "Oh my goodness!" I said, "Would you send me the recipe? This sounds great." And guys, no, I'm not joking. It was my recipe that she was making. And it took me like until she sent me the recipe that actually was from the blog. Neither of us like were aware. But I'm telling you, it is fantastic. Now, butternut squash can be a bear if you just go buy a squash and slice it and dice it and do all that yourself. My recommendation is to make that recipe when butternut squash is in season. And actually, I see butternut squash prepared year round. You just want to buy your butternut squash already sliced and diced. And then this recipe will be easy. I am not going to go buy fresh butternut squash to make this recipe. I'm going to take that shortcut. But it's divine, and I think your family would be pleasantly surprised. It's just really unique but yummy. I hope that you all were inspired to make some of these new recipes if they're new to you. I always love sharing things that help you grow closer to your family. And as always, leave comments, questions, send them my way. I just appreciate you so much. I always hope to add value. And until next time, you have a fabulous rest of your day.